It's nice to see everyone.
It's
There you
good
go.
to see you. We've got Jamie here. I'm just waiting for a couple of other people to show up. So good morning, Mitch. How are you doing this morning?
I'm well. Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Good.
Two guests came in. Woohoo!
Yes, yeah, yeah, and it's great to see everybody this morning. Just we are recording the meeting. I'm going to, in a minute, I am going to also make us live on YouTube. So we are really excited that everybody is here today. Tim is here. I think everybody's just coming in.
Yep.
All right. So we're just going to give everybody the opportunity to come on in. Carol's here. Okay, so that is one of my guests coming in, so I'm excited about that. Let's make sure that everybody is ready to go. We got see. I guess everybody's working on a tight time schedule today, so it's all good. Everyone's coming in. So before we start,
Yeah, we got 60 seconds.
you got 60 seconds. Good morning, Carol. How are you this morning?
We got a couple of carols.
We have, yeah, well, I have a Carol Waldman, who I know is there somewhere, and Lewis. So everybody's just getting themselves in. We have 60 seconds. Good morning, Daryl. You know what you need to do.
On it.
Good morning, Nancy. How are you this morning?
Yes, and for some
I'm
of our,
good. How are you?
Good.
yeah, Mishka, after your name, put what you do. Hello,
Sure.
Lewis.
Hey,
Good
good morning.
Lewis. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. So, Carol, I think is that Carol Waldman? Is that you?
It is. It is.
It is.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, good. Thanks so much for welcoming me.
Of course. Now,
Okay.
are you able to put your camera on?
There, she's got
There
it.
she is. Oh, it's so good to see you. Okay,
Thank you.
so before we start the meeting, before we, we do the original, welcome. If you could please put what it is that you do next to your name, in your rename. If you have difficulty doing that, we're happy to help you with that. We are going to start, and welcome everybody. We have a lot of people coming in. So just for those of you who are new, welcome. And we look forward to getting an opportunity to meet all of you. My name is Robin Shatskin, and let's see, I'm going to go live on YouTube. It just takes a minute to do that. Actually, I'm not 100% sure how to do that. So I think today we're not going to be live on YouTube, but maybe later on I'll be able to figure that out. So you know what? We'll take a look at it. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Winning on Wednesday. My name is Robin Shatskin, and as we all know, our purpose for being here is for getting to know each other. People do business with the people that they like, know, and trust. Juan Vides is a little under the weather today, so Meryl and I will be your co-hosts. We have some wonderful people here that have come in as guests. We have some wonderful new people and a lot of interesting and a lot of big information.
Bye, honey. Good luck.
To impart with you. So for all those of you, before we get really fully started, please make sure that you have what it is that you do next to your name. Only because it makes it so much easier as people are going in and out of breakout rooms. I am very excited this morning to welcome one of my favorite human beings in the world, Carol Waldman, who has, and she is magical, and she's come to WOW today, and I'm so excited to have her here to talk a little bit about what she's doing and the initiative. And it actually, Carol, just not to put too much pressure on you, actually is going to be part of the question of the week. So just give us a minute. We also have Louis Cuneo, who's here with us from Q. So you're going to have an opportunity later on to be able to speak with Louis. So Merrill, is there anything that you, before we speak, we call on Carol to talk about what she's doing, is there anything that you need to share with everybody?
Not in particularly. It's great to see a full room today. Again, make sure after your name, you put what you do. It'll let people tell at a glance if in a breakout room or a big room like that, what you do. And if someone's saying, ooh, oh, you do that, we need to talk. This is another way of branding yourself. So it's really important you do that. If you don't know how, let either Robin or I know, and we will help out there.
That's our job. So before we get started and going into breakout rooms, I would like to introduce Carol Waldman. And Carol, thank you so much for being here. And could you just please tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
Sure. Hi, Robin, and hi, everyone. Good morning. I actually was asked by Juan to come onto this wonderful program with the idea that I do antiques, and I do have an antique business. It's a part-time garden and architectural antique business, and it's something that I've taken on as a result of a deep love over the years. So I recently retired. I'm the former director of the Glen Cove Senior Center. And I decided not only do I love older people, I love older things. And so I went into this business with a great deal of passion, and I'm actually looking to meet up with people who are doing part-time, by appointment, by chance kind of work, so that I can get ideas about how to really promote my business. But that aside, I think, Robin, what you're actually asking me for is to talk a little bit about the work that I'm doing with Glen Cove, that I've continued to do with Glen Cove in Nassau County. I am actually the Nassau County liaison for the age-friendly movement that actually began with AARP and the World Health Organization many, many years ago, but that we are bringing, thanks to the state support, bringing into Nassau County. And what age-friendly is all about is really creating a lens for whatever business you have or service that you offer that allows everyone to be able to benefit from it, young people and older people, and to create communities that are supporting the idea of growing older in a safe and stimulating way. There are 8 domains, and I could talk much more about each of them, but I'll just mention there are 8 domains: transportation, housing, communication, inclusion, public spaces. There are lots of different areas that are covered in this age-friendly concept. But basically what it is, it's a way for people to start thinking differently about how they offer what they offer, so that it provides support to a continuum of care from children to the elderly.
And thank you. So, and you guys will have hopefully an opportunity to have a conversation with Carol. So the question of the week is, Merrill,
How can you make your business more age-friendly or ADA compliant? What would you do if you suddenly had a deaf client? Or if you have a brick and mortar store, can they get in through wheelchair? If you have a product, can someone with arthritis open the jar? How can you make your business more age-friendly and ADA compliant?
okay, so are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, Merrill,
There we go.
here we go.
Good morning.
Hey, Jojo.
How are you, Merrill?
Doing good. We've had a bunch of people come in after I set up the rooms, so we are going to all assign you to various and sundry rooms. So
Okay,
Thank you,
let's see.
Merrill.
So Christine is here.
Yeah,
Good morning, Christine. Welcome. You are on mute. And we've got Mark. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Your hair looks fabulous.
Just got back.
Okay, so just make sure, please, and good morning, Karen, as well. Just please make sure that you put what it is that you do next to your name, so that we can put you into a breakout room. And Mark, your note taker is also visiting us.
Okay, Donald is coming in.
Meryl, can I unmute, can I get rid of that? Can I remove it? Can I remove that? Mark's phantom note taker?
Well, again, that's the problem with bringing in the note takers is they don't get to the same room that you're in.
Gotcha. So how are you this morning, Karen?
I'm good, thank you. What is the question of the day, actually?
Okay, so the question of the week, and Christine, you are on mute. So if you unmute, the question of the week is, what do you do to make your business age-friendly or ADA compliant? What are you doing to help everybody be able to embrace what it is that you do?
Mhm.
So Glenn, if you want to jump into any breakout room, you knock yourself out. We'll make sure Karen will put you into a breakout room. Good morning, Donald. How are you this morning?
Got
Good
it,
morning.
thanks.
How are you?
I'm doing well. If you could just put what it is next to your name. And
I'm
then
in the process.
Okay, and I'm
awesome.
sending you over to room 4.
Okay, and Christine, will you be able to put your camera on today and you're on mute?
She's probably on the phone at the
Oh,
moment.
probably.
so-
Okay, so she'll hang. So Christine works with Carol
Mhm.
at the Age Friendly Center. So we'll keep her here until she comes out, and then I guess Mark's note taker will be here.
We'll just take down our notes.
Okay, well, absolutely, that's not a problem. So Meryl, why don't you and Glenn hop into a space if you want? I'm happy to stay here.
No,
Um,
I
and then-
can, you hop in. I'll shepherd.
Okay, so I'm going to go into a breakout room
Okay.
and see what's going on there. Okay, let's see who we need, who need. The rooms are big. So I'm going to go. It's so good to see so many new people here.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna go here.
Mhm. Okay, Kobe, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, after your name, put what you do,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I'll throw you into one of the existing breakout rooms. Let's see, room 2 doesn't have that many people. So let's see, Kobe assigned to room 2.
Okay, thank you.
I am so sorry. I've been bombarded with things here at work. I'm not sure
Not
if I'm in the right room, the right thing.
right now, you're in the main room and people are coming back from the breakout rooms in 60 seconds. So,
Okay, good. Thank you.
okay, just make sure after you name, you type in what you do.
Okay,
Oop, I pushed the button and I shouldn't have.
No, that's okay. The rooms were shutting down anyway. Everyone will be back in another 41 seconds. So,
They probably think I'm very rude, that group of guys, so.
no, not a problem. Again, after your name, type in what you do, Barbara. Same thing with you, Christine.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, we started the breakout rooms with like, okay, we have 55 people. And as we sent out the breakout rooms, 12 more people came in. So it's like, okay, you here, you here, you here. So we got slightly bigger breakout rooms than expected.
Hey, Tim, long time no speak.
Yep, absolutely. Great to be here with you.
Here comes everyone.
How was that, everybody?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
Short.
You know, it's all good. And we have so many new people here. And welcome to everybody. And let's see. Louis. Good
Yes,
morning, Louis, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Robin. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. So for those of you who don't know Louis, you want to take a minute because you see all these beautiful backgrounds here that are available for limited time to WOW members. Jerry, it's gorgeous. I've got you in. I would scan your code, but you're already in my queue app. So Louis, why don't you introduce yourself and what it is that you do?
Okay, well, thank you so much. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Louis Cunha, co-founder of Mojave and the developer of the Q app. We've developed this app to help us, network on the Zoom platform. As you notice, there's a lot of chat conversations already taking place. It's really hard to record that information in an effective way and add it to a database. So that we are partnered with Zoom, so we're a Zoom channel partner, we're a Zoom developer, and we work with organizations like WOW and including large organizations like WeBank and the National Minority Council and Chambers of Commerce. Our goal as a company is to help you guys network in the most efficient way as possible. So that's what we do. I put in the chat room my info, so if you need help downloading the Q app, creating a virtual background, please feel free to reach out, and I'll be glad to help you create your virtual background for the next WOW meeting. So thank you again, Robin, for the opportunity to share.
Well, and thank you. So Louis, would you like to tell everybody the question of the week?
The question is, how does your business adapt to the needs of an age-friendly community? So older folks, your website, your services. I think that's the question, right, Robin?
Well, and so not only being age friendly, but also ADA compliant. So how do you deal with people with any other issues? So without further ado, here we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just want to say you two guys are doing a wonderful job.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Thank you,
Hope
Scott.
Juan feels well, but
Mhm.
don't miss him. You guys are great.
Well, you know what? The really cool thing, and David, you've been coming to so many of these meetings as well, is that when you have a passion for doing something, for Meryl, she's got multiple things that she does. And I know, I have too many things that I do. It makes things easy to be able to do. So we really appreciate it. And what's going on with real estate in New York City?
Oh, all right. So I will decline the.
Just for
Thank
a second, because we're talking about something that's really important about compliance. And I know that, the rules, and one of the issues that I have in multiple spaces in New York City, because I grew up in New York City, how are some of these iconic areas shifting, and how are you finding that maybe some of the properties that you're working with deal with the age compliant and, any kind of disabilities?
So in my experience, which is basically Manhattan commercial buildings, they all did it back in the 90s when they needed to. You know, it's very rare that there is something that is not. There's literally in my 33 years, I could think of one hotel that wants us to sell it for them, and they know they can't get what they want because they don't even have a ramp to the lobby. I mean, there are stairs.
Now, how about some of the lighting and things like that? I've become very aware through my affiliation with this age-friendly center, because there's many things that can make a facility or make a business age-friendly or compliant. I know for myself and Meryl, I don't know when the last time you were in New York City, a lot of these places and these lobbies are dark. Like, you know, the lighting isn't necessarily. So do you find that?
I'll first ask you a question. Is there a certain range of lumens that are considered appropriate or necessary legally?
So it's funny, my husband's in lighting, so I'm not going to even go into that, but there's a criteria, a national criteria for age-friendly businesses, and I can get that information over to you because it's a free service, and there probably is a certain amount of lumens by law, I would think. The reason I'm asking is because number one, if there is, I don't know. And number two, you know, your question presupposes that brighter is better. But absolutely.
And I'm
Oh, there I
around
am.
too many places where it's
Yeah, okay. Hey guys, how's it going? Just trying to figure out if I can come back to this meeting on the computer now that I'm back home. But since I'm here, I'll just wait a minute.
You want us to send you over to breakout room? And is your camera working?
And Scott, you're actually right, because
it goes both ways.
Always better.
It's too bright, it's too dark, it's too hot, it's too cold, so if you know that, you know, the building that doesn't allow pets has the most, because what they do is every lease says you can't, and if it's a problem, okay, we're going to get rid of yours. You know, ADA was very clear, and even there I find buildings that renovate and they still have round knobs instead of the levers and things like that. So I think there was a huge wave of it and almost none of it now. They are much more scared, and your husband may know better, about local law 97 right now.
And I appreciate that, because I think that, you know, when we think, certainly when I think about ADA compliant or I think about age friendly, the first thing I think about is a building or a restaurant or something like that. That's the first thing that comes to me. And Meryl has made me very aware of all the other things. Like, for example, Meryl, you know, comment on the other things that need to be ADA compliant.
Well, one thing's websites. There's a bunch of sue happy lawyers that if your website is not ADA compliant, they'll go after you. And even things that aren't under ADA compliance, it just makes it hard for some people. I'm dyslexic. Do not use all capitals with the dyslexic. We can't read it. And 1 out of every 10 men are colorblind. So you may have this sexy looking website. 1 out of 10 men may not be able to read your website.
So, and these are the things that, you know, you're shaking your head, and Scott, you're like, I didn't know that. Right? So
about the all caps, never heard that.
Yeah, no, because people, well, also regular people just tend to read by the shape of the word. When you use all caps, it just looks like a bunch of blocks.
Can you say regular people? Is that even like a
non-dyslexic people?
Yes.
So there you go. But these are things, and Meryl, there are also some other things that are ADA compliant that you talked about as far as websites and things like that are concerned.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's if you have Parkinson's, you can't use a mouse. Can you navigate your website using a tab key?
Oh, see that, I never thought
I
of
didn't know that either. I was talking to someone, I'm thinking, well, could it be read by the blind, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, no, there's also people who have physical problems that need to be addressed as well.
On this line, by the way, I don't know if you saw, I'm almost positive it was a Kia commercial I saw for the first time yesterday, where it's for their electric vehicle.
Mhm.
And he's like a race car driver, and he's been deaf his whole life.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
it's like, you don't have to hear the engine. You just need to feel it. You just need to see it.
And that's how was that for everybody?
Amazing. We got to a great topic.
Is everybody learning? I mean, I think a lot of people are learning some new things, and I know that every WOW meeting, I'm always learning something new. So I'm hoping that you guys have your eyes opened a little bit better. Let's see. So, Nikki, good morning, Nikki. How are you this morning?
Robin. I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing well. Would you like to introduce yourself and then share what is the question of the week?
Sure. Hello, everybody. I call myself a personal trainer for your mind. Good to see you all. I basically help people eliminate the negative programming from the past so you can achieve the results that you want today and perform at your peak. The question of today is, how can you make your business more ADA compliant and age friendly?
Okay.
Excellent. And while I set up the breakout room, if you still haven't put what you do after your name, please do so. It makes it a lot easier to tell at a glance if we want to talk to you or not. This is branding 101. Tell everyone what you wanted us to do, and we will come find you. So enjoy.
I'm learning so much in this meeting today. I can't believe it. And that's something really interesting that I didn't know.
I just wanted to say hello. It's been a while.
Yep. How you doing, Joe?
I've been busy. All right. I'm gonna jump in, but yes, Carol is, and I think she just posted it because I sent her a couple of messages for her contact. But she has been, somebody that I would like to meet and talk to.
Absolutely. Carol's amazing. Good morning, Amy. How are you this morning? It's good to see you here.
My good friends. It's the only time I get to see you is when I
I know it's
jump into a Zoom.
unbelievable. So what's really interesting, Meryl, have you and Amy ever had an opportunity to have a conversation?
Oh, I think like 2 years ago when
okay.
WOW first started.
Exactly. Which was way back in the day.
So, Amy, one of the things that has always been an issue when, for all the years, and you and I have gone back many, many places, where not only have we dealt with availability and accessibility for things, I don't know if you even remember, this had an incredible impact on my life. Amy and I were in the city for, I think it was the ABC event. So we were overtime because we were there we were the last live audience.
Oh, Good Morning
Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were in the city at like 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever. So she and I were walking through the streets of Manhattan doing our Amy and Robin in Manhattan thing. And there was a homeless person there, and Amy, he was hungry. He was asking for something to eat, and Amy pulled a bar out of her bag. And he didn't take the bar. He said couldn't take the bar. And make a long story short, we had asked why, and he said he wasn't able to chew it because the bars were too hard. His teeth weren't good. And Amy's been through so much of things, she doesn't remember it, but it had such an impact on me that it never occurred to me that one of these hard, crunchy bars that we're all sitting there, like the granola bars and everything else, wasn't going to help this person. So all these years later, I always when I go into the city, I carry something soft. So if somebody does want something, I buy soft bars, because many of the people who are home don't have strong.
Don't have great dental insurance. Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
so, and again, and that comes into the situation. You know, we're talking about, you know, you do something positive and good, and Amy has, we've talked, and Amy's smiling, going, I have no recollection, but it had.
I know, I do know that, yeah.
Yeah. So what, you know, when you're collecting food, one, I know you always talk about for men, you know, for women, men, children, and pets. Has there ever been a time where you run into a situation where something that you were able to provide didn't fill, or what, you know, have you seen some other compliances or other needs? I know that we've talked about salt, you know, when you do your rock and shop, you know, you're looking for things that are low salt or sugar free.
Right, always to be mindful of those things. But you know, the interesting thing is you're talking about the recipients, and I'm going to tell you about the volunteers, because many of our volunteers are developmentally disabled and are neurodiverse or on the spectrum or deaf or have issues, and they'll leave their own homes or group homes and go to daycare centers. And more than anything, they want to be part of society instead of sitting in a room twiddling their thumbs. Often they'll go out to places to do dusting in another office, like, or clean up or something. But with rock and roll, they're going to a site and they're picking up food that's been already boxed up, packed up, and ready to go from an event the day before. And some of them can get out of the car, some of them can carry bags, some of them just sit in the van. They'll go and they'll load up, and then they'll go and deliver the food to a local pantry. And, you know, whatever their issues are, you know, and we all have issues. I always say some of us hide them better than others, you know, but they know that people need to eat every day. And without them doing what they are doing, people wouldn't have food.
Yep.
And they get that, and they're so humbled, like all of us. But that's a really amazing thing that, you know, we work with kids, we work with AHRC, we work with ACLD, we work with AARP, we work with anybody who calls us. We go out of our way to say, yes, we can, and make things happen. And whatever it is that we do, the end of it is that people have volunteered and they've done something more for themselves at the end of it, because rock and roll is like soup for your soul, than they have for the recipients who have gotten the food.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the one big thing about volunteerism. It's still just like business, and still sells. It's still what's in it for me. And it's
More than you
still
could
that.
ever imagine.
And it's still like you volunteer because it feels good. It feeds your soul. It gives the
That's why some
ROI is
people-
joy.
Well, some people do it because they have to do it, and they are compelled, they're mandated to do it, or they feel like if they don't do it, it doesn't look good for them. But after doing it, they realize how good it feels for them. And it really gets those endorphins flowing and juices flowing, and it's really great.
Yeah, I was at a talk a few years ago on selfish volunteerism. It's just like, you're not doing it for others, you're doing it for yourself, and that's okay. And the fact that it also helps others, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's the helping others is an endorphin rush.
Right.
But I think that part of networking is also that endorphin rush, that we're connecting people. So, you know, I think that that's an important thing, and we thank you so much for what it is that you do. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully that was a great breakout room, and you guys are learning all kinds of new stuff today. Meryl, what do you think? Is it time for the Wow Wave, or?
No, I think we have time for one more breakout room, and then the wave, and then our special treat.
Okay, so Carol Vinci. Good morning, Carol. How are you this morning?
Good morning, everyone.
So I am going to actually ask you just to introduce yourself briefly and to tell everybody what the question of the week is, please.
Yes, I'm Carol Vinci, and the ADD and ADHD is attention deficit disorder and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and I am a co-pilot. I'm there when somebody has a challenge at work and their personal life to help them navigate through. I lived for decades and decades without knowing what my struggle was. And now I'm helping people accept the strengths and superpowers that come with the condition. And the
Excellent.
question of the day is, how is your business compliant with ADA, the American Disability Act?
And also age friendly.
Yep.
So age friendly and ADA compliant. And I'm learning so many incredible new things today. So let's go back into some breakout rooms and let's get to learn some new stuff.
Oh. I have to jump, so I'm going to talk to you later. Thank you for a great meeting.
Excellent.
All right, bye.
Bye. Oh. Oh, yes.
What's up, Mara? How are you?
Hi, Mitch.
I was in a room with one person and they were on mute and didn't seem like they were talking, so I figured.
No, what you were in, you actually got into someone's note takers. So I am going to manually put you into a room. So you are going into room 7.
All right, thank you.
Let's see, where did you go? Let's see. Move to room 7. Not during your note takers, just around the note takers. They don't follow you in your breakout room. I'll be done by noon or with this meeting. Back with us, Barbara?
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I keep getting interrupted for business reasons.
No, hey, business always comes first. And I think Zoom has drawn eyebrows on you.
Yes, I know, and I don't know how to get rid of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you go into near where it says stop video, there's a little arrow and there's video settings and there's also choose video filter. I think you've got like the eyebrow filter going on.
Gee, I don't know how that ever happened. None. It says none.
Let's see. Look under avatar. It says video filters, avatars. Let's see, virtual
I'm under-
backgrounds.
Yeah, I'm under background and effects.
Mhm.
Let's see, general.
Okay, it's great to have, we're going to wait for everybody to come back into our main room, and Mary, you'll let me know when that is. Couple of things before we get to the Wow Wave. Number one, I'm so happy to see so many great people here today, and I'm hoping that you're getting some great information. Want to give you a little insider information in that just so that you know, the Wow Plus membership introductory fee will be disappearing in June. So please keep checking your email for more information on that. We also, I'm going to call on Jamie for a second to talk about a new initiative that will be starting in June. Jamie, why don't you just introduce that quickly?
Yes, hi, everybody. So we are introducing Wow Women. It will meet once a month. And the idea is to give women a chance to come together and talk about things that are particularly relevant for women in business. And it will also be value added because we're going to be bringing in guest speakers that will help us to elevate our business or elevate whatever we need elevating. So it's excellent. We encourage you to think about it, and we will say more about it to make sure that we can add you to the platform.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So we're now going to do the Wow Wave. So if anybody, this is an opportunity for you to reach, to call out to somebody you've had a great one-on-one with, you're doing some business. The way that you do that is you go down to the bottom to reactions and you click on reactions and you will see, it'll say raise hand. So Meryl, would you like to call out the people and talk about some Wow Waves?
Sure, absolutely. One other thing, and going on for future meetings, if you have one of those cool little note takers, be aware that they don't work in things that have breakout rooms, because you and your note taker will end up in different rooms. So going forward, please turn off your note takers before coming into a networking group that has breakout rooms. You'll make everyone's life a lot easier. So Tim, you're first, followed by Jamie.
Thank you, Meryl. So a shout out to Les Wolf. I was sitting there yesterday doing some work, and Les Wolf appeared on my phone. I picked it up and he says, "Hey, look, I picked it up. He says, I'm keeping my commitment to you." Basically, he had work to put me in contact with a Hall of Fame basketball player, given a focus that I was on. And so it had been a while, but Les made that happen. We had a great conversation, and the guy agreed to some next steps. And tell you how much Les's contacts think of him. End of the day, the guy kind of said, "Well, I think what you've got," paraphrasing the guy, which he says is it's interesting and should be of help to people, but I'm going to help you because of Les. So that tells you how he treats his contacts and how he works with them. So I encourage you all to have that conversation and interact with them. Thanks.
Thank you, Tim. Jamie, and then Jan.
Hi, I just wanted to give a call out to Kobe Smith. He's a new attendee, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming, Kobe. I met Kobe at a business marketing strategy seminar. He's got great energy and he would be great to work with. And I highly recommend that you get to know Kobe. He's going to be putting his information in the chat so people can reach out.
Thank you, Jamie. Jan, then Les.
Well, I wanted to, again, and I think I'll do this every week, thank Robin Shatskin for our help putting together our vacation. And let me tell you guys, anybody who really wants an in-depth and you know, a full itinerary of events to do and things to do, please talk to Robin, because I don't think I've ever found anybody more knowledgeable in the area of travel. So
Excellent. Thank you, Jen. Les, and then Joe from Infone.
I have to tell everybody here, I've spoken to Tim Daniels at least 2 or 3 times, but I was on the phone. He didn't want to mention the name Rick Barry, former NBA great, well, an NBA 75 greatest, but Tim is terrific to work with. If anybody has any former athletes that wants to learn about the medical that he can offer for them, he is very patient, kind, and the most important thing, he helps them. And it's just wonderful what he does. And it's just, I thank Wow, Robin, and Juan for meeting Tim, and we're going to be friends forever because he's just that kind of person. And anybody needs any help, you have to call Tim. Thanks.
Excellent. Thanks, Les. And now Joe, and then Rajiv.
Well, sadly, I think Jim Licata left, so I was going to thank him for asking me to join this meeting. And then since he left, I'll also say, Stephen Straub, if you haven't met him, you need to. I was able to introduce him to a friend of mine, and they've hit it off, and wow, it's been, she had so many good things. She is so excited to have met him.
Excellent. Thank you, Joe. Rajiv, and then we wrap it up with Alex.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So I had a great one-on-one with Sloan. So Sloan, for those that don't know, please reach out to her. She's awesome to work with and fun to talk to. So definitely reach out to her. And I also had an awesome one-on-one with Karen. We learned that both Karen and I both worked for various WPP agencies like Ogilvy and JWT and such, as well as Saatchi and Saatchi. So which isn't WPP, but anyway. But yeah, it was great conversation, and looking forward to the next one.
Excellent. And Tim, let's wrap it up. Alex, sorry.
That's okay.
The box is moved.
Box is moved, yeah.
So Steve had dropped off, but thanking Steve for a referral. For all the Long Island people, I'm available for one-on-ones. Please feel free to call. And for all of you and my networking partners, I have a headshot gift certificate you could donate to a charity here on Long Island for their raffles. There are conditions, so reach out. But if you're supporting a charity, let me know and I'll try and help you out. For $200, does very well in raising funds for the charities.
Right,
excellent.
Thank you. So we have we have a special surprise for everybody. We haven't done a choose your own room in a while, and we are going to end today's meeting. I'm actually going to ask Louis to go into a breakout room. And some of us are going to be in breakout rooms, and you guys get a chance to go into our rooms. So,
and I am setting this up now. It's going to be for 10 minutes. So if you chat with a group and you want to chat with a different group, you'll be able to move from room to room.
Okay, so just give us a second to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, when you're going to see something pop up, it'll just be a list of rooms. Just pick on the room you would like to join. And then, Louis, do you want to be in a specific room?
No, just any room be fine. Just I see myself in room 9 right now. Is that where I'm supposed to go?
Meryl, I'm not seeing it. It's not.
Oh, it's not showing.
You got to recreate it.
We have allow participants. Okay, yeah, recreate. Let's see if we do that. Let participants recreate. Does that work?
We have some technical difficulties. We're just give us a moment, and we were going.
Yeah, we have allow participants to choose rooms.
Yep.
And
open all rooms.
Yep. There you go.
There you go.
Still not seeing it.
No, it's still not there.
Breakout room. You hit on the bottom to see breakout rooms.
Yeah, it's on the bottom.
Okay.
Scroll down.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm going to room 7 then. That's where
okay.
I'm
So anyone wants to know how to get the really cool QR code? Yep. Excellent.
Okay, we'll see you in the rooms.
No. I don't think all of us are getting it.
Yeah, click on.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
there you
never
go.
mind. I see it. Yep.
Yep. It's user surly, not user friendly.
Mhm.
Oh, someone go visit Carol in room 15. She's going to feel so lonely there. Bill, do you need any help?
It's trying to join, but it's giving me a little bit of a hard time. I'm trying to join room 5, but you know, Murphy's Law.
Well,
It
yeah.
says not joined. But
Oh, there you go. Beth, did you need any help? Yep, no, that's okay. This is a pick your own room.
Ah, well, very nice to meet you. I was just having a reverse osmosis water system put under my sink.
Ah, fun.
So had to go let them out, but
Yep.
nice to meet you. Oh, we're in similar marketing arenas. Great to meet you.
Yeah, one of the things I do is sometimes I help people with their LinkedIn profile and make it sound less boring and actually use it to tell a story as opposed to I work here, I did that.
Very cool. And how long have you had your business?
7 years.
7 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, after being in corporate marketing for 30.
Uh-huh. I'm a little longer. I'm 13 years now, I think.
Nice.
I'm up to, but it's a roller coaster ride and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you specialize in any specific industries? Is that what are we supposed to be talking about, if anything, or does it matter?
It really doesn't matter. You can, like
Okay.
I said, this is open breakout rooms, so you can go into whichever room you want and like
cool.
hop from room to room if you want.
Cool.
So that's the main thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, now my specialty are the super geeks. So if you've ever seen The Big Bang Theory, that's everyone I ever worked with and most of my friends. So my superpower is translating geek to muggle.
Yep. I am the same way. Yeah, absolutely. Have you played with ChatGPT?
Oh yeah, and I can see the positives and I can see all the negatives.
Both. Yeah.
It's fire. Yeah, it can warm you. It could cook your food. It can burn down your house.
We did an experiment in a group I'm in where we all, 5 or 6 of us, asked it the exact same question to see how different or how similar the results would be.
Yep.
And, I think right now, it's great if you have writer's block and are just kind of stuck, but it's so generic. It's like bad SEO writing.
Yes, it's pretty much 11th grader who didn't read the book.
Right.
Little Women is about small women in a small town with small problems, and they're all women.
And it's also very confident that it's correct, even when it's telling you wrong information.
Yes.
So that's kind of interesting. But Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how I think some of the things will be plugins that work on top of it that will help us with things. I don't
Yes.
really know what yet, but somebody will make something.
Yep. Hi, Jason. Hi, Carol. Are you with us?
Hi, yes, I lost you for a few minutes. I was in a breakout room and then it just.
Okay, well, you can still pick your own breakout room. If you click the breakout room box, you can then decide which room you want to go talk with, or there's a few empty ones. You can sit in there and start your own and see if you attract anyone to come in. Let's see. Actually, Carol, why don't you hit room 14? Let's see. There was actually someone who wanted to meet you, and he may have hopped off. Yep, I don't see him. So, yep, just close your eyes and pick a room.
Oh, so this isn't a room. I'm in the, everybody is in a room.
You're in the
Oh,
lobby.
I'm gonna stay here. But so, yeah, it's funny when I come to a group, I always have this impression that I know everybody, and then you meet new people. So, are you based on Long Island?
Yep, I'm over in Levittown. Where are you based?
Long story, but my time is split between Middle Island and Port Washington.
No, that works.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, no, my time for a while was split between Levittown and Connecticut. So
that's a bit of a drive, but yes.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, no, absolutely. And the other thing I specialize is in corporate podcasts. So companies hire me to launch their first podcast and coach them through the process and get them up and going.
And public podcasts or podcasts that are used within the organization?
Both.
Cool.
Depending on the client. I'm working with a credit union that wants to do an internal one.
Yep.
But most of the other ones are external. But what makes me different is I teach them how to use podcasts as a marketing tool, not just, I'm going to do a podcast and I'm going to grow my audience.
Yeah.
My clients don't care if anyone listens to them on Spotify or whatnot.
Yep.
They say, I just want lots of content.
Yep. And we, so I'm a member of National Speakers Association, and we had somebody, when people speak at our events, it's not their talk, it's talking about how to grow your speaking business. And there was one guy who was talking about podcasts and the whole concept of, it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't matter how many people, it's who you can reach out to invite them to be on your podcast.
Yes,
It gives you
exactly.
a reason to reach out to anybody.
Yes.
So
nope,
that's
absolutely.
not a sales pitch.
Exactly. And that's what I tell a lot of companies, like, we're not doing an infomercial here. Just like, okay, I want to talk about this. Great. What do you want to talk about the other 51 times? And they're like, oh.
I did, I beta tested LinkedIn Live when it first came out. So for a year and a half, I went live every week, and it was an interview show.
Yep.
I had the best time, but it's just too time consuming, and
it's a job.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people, like, oh, I want to do this. Like, podcasts are a lot of fun, but it's like starting another business.
Yeah.
You're going to need a plan. You're going to need a market. You're going to need the whole kit, and you're going to need time.
Yeah.
That's why I learned quickly when I first started this, I have contracts. You're going to sign up and prepay for 6 to 10 episodes, because otherwise they do 1 or 2 or 3 and then get busy. And it's in the industry, it's called pod fade. It's the, I'm going to go do this.
Yeah.
And that's why he's laughing. There are 4.5 million podcasts out of them. Less
I
than a
believe it.
million have more than 5 episodes.
Like all the gym memberships that people sign up for.
That's exactly what it is.
Not that I've ever done that.
Oh, never in a million years.
Yeah. Very
But
cool.
yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, 7 years Toastmasters. So yeah, I do a lot of,
cool.
it was funny because I've done a lot of speaking and presentations. And when the world shut down and you had to use Zoom, I'm one of those people that control the stage. So I'm a pacer. I walk the stage. You can't do that on Zoom. So my first presentation on Zoom, I'm sitting down and all the nervous energy went to my hands. It looked like I was trying to land a plane. Okay, today we're going to be talking this, and then we're going to be doing that.
Yeah. I like to move when I'm presenting. I mean, I guess if I was doing a standing desk, you could still move.
And now I have a
in
standing
space.
desk. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you like it? I've been considering it ever since the pandemic.
The rule to get me off my butt is any Zoom is done standing.
Cool.
And so, yeah, you get one of the little gel mats to stand on. It's great.
Nice.
I love I'm starting to wear out my gel mat. My
Yes.
husband's 6'4" with size 16 shoes.
Yep.
So where my little feet fit and where his big feet, that you can tell the wear marks. Unfortunately, there are more of his wear marks at the sink because he does so many wonderful things. So it's, it's absolutely all good. So hopefully everybody will come back into the room. Hopefully everybody had a great meeting. Jason, is this your first meeting?
It is.
All right, awesome. We'd love for you to stay a couple of minutes afterwards if you could. Welcome back, everybody. We hope you had an informational, and I'm going to wait for everybody to come back into the room. Hopefully everybody had a fabulous meeting. We're reaching towards the end of our WOW meeting. We are so happy that everybody was here. Anybody that is new that would like to stay after the meeting, we'd love to hear from you. Just stay on. And for the rest of you, thank you for being members of WOW. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Keep watching the email for all of the new things, the networking, the women's group. We have so much stuff coming up. I thank you to our guests, Carol and Christine today. Thank you so much for bringing it. Louis, thank you so much for always bringing a smile to our faces. Everybody have a great day. That ends our WOW meeting, and we will see you guys all next week. Again, those of you who are new, if you'd like to stay afterwards, we would love to have a conversation with you.
Sorry, I was late.
Hey, no worries. You're here. I'm glad you're here. Have a great week, everyone.
You too. Great job, Robin. You too, Meryl. Take care. Thanks.
So much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Steve. Have a great day.
You too.
This is always one of these really great times because we love to hear again from new people. You're not new anymore. We love to hear about your experience and what you thought. So I'm going to start with Kobe. So because I ended my meeting with Kobe in a group. So I'm going to start my you're on mute, so please unmute. How was your experience today?
Yeah, it was, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, it was a little overwhelming because when I came in late, I was coming from another meeting. So I felt awkward being in at first, but y'all were very encouraging. At core, I'm really a shy person. So this was really stepping out of my comfort zone. And I appreciate Jamie, who I met last week, for inviting me to this. I didn't even know her at all last week. And she said, you have the right personality to come to this. So I just decided to take the risk and go. So I appreciate you all for, being so open and, just encouraging with your advice so far. And it's tough, because I look around and there's not many people that look like me in this. And I'm probably the youngest one in the group. So it's a little tough, at times for me to really adjust into those different environments. But I understand for the business success that I want in my life, I'm definitely gonna have to be uncomfortable. So I appreciate you all, just for sharing your knowledge and contact information. I look forward to, coming back a lot more.
No, and that's absolutely great. And Kobe, one of and this for everybody who is new, diversity is very important to us on so many levels. And today you may have been the youngest person, but next week, I can almost guarantee you that I know 5 other people. We had a young man come last week who, he's probably just out of college. He's been working for 6-7 months. And he was like, oh my God, this is so great. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I know. And Ellen, you're laughing. I know that energy. So, work the system, because what you're doing is so amazing. And the more people get to know you, this is a great place for you. We hope that you find tremendous value in what we're able to do. And please always feel free, to reach out. And I'd love to have a one-to-one with you. So I will make sure that you put your information, most importantly, Jason and Ellen as well, that make sure that you add your information to the list of your list, that all the information is on the page, because no one can find you if you don't put your information there. And if you need help, no worries. Shannon will help you. Shannon will show you how to do it.
If I can figure it out, anybody can figure it out.
So Ellen, what was your experience today?
Yeah, it was, I've done a lot of networking over the years. I've done
like everybody, over the last 3 years, a lot of Zooms. This format was different than other ones I had done with the multiple breakout sessions. I was pleasantly surprised, let me put it that way. I didn't know, Lisa told me a little bit about what to expect, but of course, everybody's experience is different because everybody's coming at it from a different perspective. So I was impressed with what I saw, and I think that I'll be coming back. And I just want to say one thing about networking in any format. I had a phone call last week from somebody I had been in a networking group with probably 5 or 6 years ago, a number of years ago. And we've kept in casual contact since then. And I mean, once a year, casual contact. And he called me and said, you know, I've got this client I'm working with, and this and this and this and this. I think that you and she might be able to do some work together. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to pass your information along to her. I said, that'd be great. I didn't hear from her. I called him back yesterday and said, I just want to let you know, I didn't hear from your client. I'm not ghosting you. She didn't reach out, but just to let you know. And he said, you know what? She really needs to speak with you. So I'm going to give her a call, which he did do. And probably half an hour later, I had a phone call from her. She needs my help. So this is going that far back. You just don't, it's like the old thing about throwing a stone into a pond. You never know where the ripples are going to go to.
Yeah.
So yeah, any kind of networking outreach, I think, is really valuable.
All
So
right, thank you. So we hopefully get a chance to, you know, to see you, and I look forward to getting to know you better. Jason, first of all, thank you for being up so early in the morning and looking so awake. Jason is joining us from California. So those of you who know me and know that I don't just roll out of bed, you know, looking like this, I appreciate the fact that for those of you who are coming from a time challenged networking area. So Jason, tell us a little bit, you're on mute, but tell us a little bit about your experience today.
So I am a healthcare fractional CIO company that provides insights to those that are starting up and interested in going to ITM enterprise. A lot of times we focus on companies with grants and interested in kind of starting out of the garage and then now doing something more significant. So we have a compliant infrastructure that we bring them onto and include in services. And then when they outgrow it, we launch them to the next level. That's what we do. We also help strategize IT investments. So the companies, right, larger companies are making their best next decision to spend money on the most important thing to them. So,
and how was your experience today? How was your how was your experience on this network?
Very short, and because I was late, but it seems like a great breakout. I like the way that you guys allow people to choose, you know, the numbers that are right for them. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if that was how you do breakouts, because I was able to see the list of breakouts with the numbers, and I'm like, 4 is probably right, you know, for the time we have. So I was able to make some decisions of what's right for me. And then, just from what I heard, just honest conversations and really engaging kind of experience. So it's good.
No, awesome. And thank you so much for sharing all of this. You know, one of the wonderful things that I love about WOW is that we are constantly listening to members and listening to the participants, and we work with what people want. The wonderful thing is that we can create an environment and a community that is for our members. So, you know, really take a look. If you have some time, go onto the website and see all of the things that we have. We have a real estate group. We're starting the women's group. We're starting we're going to be working on an age-friendly initiative. And Kobe, you know, a lot of these things, and also Ellen, you know, all of you go over so many different, you know, the more you think out of the box, you know, it never occurred to me. I know that I have no interest in real estate right now, except to make sure that I don't do anything stupid to my house. But there was Shannon is the one of the co-hosts of our real estate group. And there was a home inspector that came on to speak about home inspection. And I couldn't wait for this meeting because I want to know what people are looking for, right? That was insider, and I saw that as insider information, whether I'm selling my house or not. And I actually told many people to come on, and I left it on in my house. My husband could hear it. And he was like, wow, I never thought of that. Wow, I never thought of that. So the value, there are so many different values. So keep checking your email. Becoming a member of WOW is something that allows you to have a voice and allows you to participate, because I'm watching Jason's mind is going, or maybe he just hasn't had enough coffee yet. But, you know, everybody.
Already coffeeed up. I'm a
Yeah.
military guy, so I'm up.
You're up and going, which is, and thank you for your service. Which branch of the military?
Air Force for 7 years and United States Public Health Service Commission Corps for 13.
Well,
20,
thank you.
20 days,
Thank you.
20 years, 0 days, 0 minutes, 0 seconds.
And thank you so much for that. Where were you stationed in the Air Force?
Started at Scott Air Force Base after Colorado, the Air Force Academy. And then Andrews Air Force Base for a couple of years, then Kunsan, Korea, where I got my F-16 ride. And then back to DC, where at 9/11, I was deploying 1,500 pieces of equipment to ground zero in the Pentagon, because the Surgeon General said FEMA's grossly unprepared. So me and 2 sec sergeants for 72 hours in a box, deploying these things, and every general in the world calling us, was quite the experience.
Well, and we totally thank you. And I look forward to getting to know you guys better. Louis, thank you again so much. I'm hoping that some people took advantage of your breakout room and that you were inundated with people with questions, because I'm sure people have been asking me. You know, I appreciate all of you staying afterwards. If anybody has any other questions, you'll know where to find me. info@winningonwednesday.com is the easiest way. Send up a flare. Yell, hey, Robin. Usually somebody will be able to find me. I appreciate you all being here. I look forward to seeing you all next week, and everybody have a great day.
Bye, everyone. Thanks very much.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just turning the recording off.